Welcome here, folks, to the Pictou County Wellness Center for this game between the Bombers and the Wolverines. Should be an exciting matchup. Last time these two teams met up here at home, Wolverines took the win, so Bombers looking to bounce back against these guys and take the win here on this Saturday afternoon. Mason Gillis in between the pipes for the Bombers tonight. Both him and Sean Gillis. It's Sean Gillis in between the pipes. Mason Gunn on the bench. But both of them having a great campaign so far this season. Bombers are looking like the powerhouse that they always are. Second place. Puck drop's about to be underway. And here we go. One to the side. Wolverines will dump it in off the stick of Wyand. Into the corner, battle for it. Little trying to throw it around, no one's there. So the Bombers will get possession. Kopik with it. He'll play it around, a couple nice moves. He's in, it's in front, and a big goal for the Wolverines early here. Wolverines strike first, just 20 seconds into the period. Puck drop again here at center ice. Little taking the draw. Bombers win it back now. Here's Connor Grace as he chucks it in behind the net. And that'll go around the boards for Anderson. He'll flip it around behind the back of the net. Played around. Anderson chasing after it again on the right side. He'll push it through and put it around the back of the net. Wyand's there for the Wolverines, and he'll pick it up. Flips it up off the glass. Connor Grace is there. He's going to try and move it back into the Wolverine zone. He's getting some help from Swain. Swain off for Grace. Swain back over. Little picks it up. Thrown in front, and he's blocked and hit. And that'll sneak out. Here come the Wolverines now. McDonald with it, and he'll throw it in. Picked up and covered by Gillis. Draw here to the right of Gillis in the Bombers zone. 13:53. Play back by the Bombers. Moved up now. It's Frazier with it. He's trying to move around. He'll walk in along the side, a shot on net off the pad. It's in front, and Ross couldn't bury it in. An unexpected rebound. And that'll go the length of the ice back down to the Bombers zone, where we'll get an icing against the Wolverines. A close chance there for the Bombers to tie things up real quick. But they'll get an offensive zone draw and hopefully set something up. McDonald's taking the draw for them. He'll win that back. McIntosh up for Cormier with a shot, and that's wide. Whittemore will go in deep into the corner and play it around for McDonald with a couple fancy moves, but he's hit off that puck. Thrown behind the net now. Cormier grabs it of the Wolverines, and that's moved up. And dumped into the Bombers zone. Gillis comes out of the net to play it off for Whittemore. He'll have a look, circle back, and he's got some pressure on him. He'll try and move it up. Goes past Conlon, and it'll go down. Reed throwing it in. Played up now, Sim with it for the Wolverines as he moves it up. That play's broken, and Swain will grab it neutral ice and try and play it in. Blocked by Kopik. Great interception pass from McDonald. He tries to lay the reverse hit. Grace is there. He'll move it over for Little. Little plays it in, and Swain can't get that pass, but it'll cycle back in front, and Conlon will grab it. He'll try and play it up. That's broken, and Sim will grab it. Sim up. Kopik's there. Off for Conlon. Conlon's got Schneier with him. A shot on net, and that goes wide. Played up around. Swain getting possession, and he'll play it in for Anderson. Anderson will circle back now. Played over to Connor Grace, who walks in with a shot on net. That's off the pads. It's in front. And they can't bury the rebound. Grace trying to keep it in. Battling for it, and he will. Little will go in and chase after it now. It's played around. Conlon will grab it. Anderson's there. And he'll play it off for Little. Little around. Grace walks in again with a shot. And it's covered up. And we'll get a whistle here. This Bombers game is brought to you by J.F. McIver Properties and Appraisals in New Glasgow, Nova Scotia. Draw here in the offensive zone for the Bombers. That's played around. Wyand up for Williams. Over Bowden trying to get possession, and he'll move it up. A shot on net from McDaniel. And that's moved over. Wolverines trying to break out now. Frazier intercepts that pass and throws it back in. Williams will grab it and play it up off the glass down the length of the ice. No icing on that call. McDaniel will pick it up. Played off. Cormier taking a moment in his zone, and he'll take it behind the net. Played up. Wyand's there, and he'll throw it in. Cormier picking it up, and he'll start to move it up now, getting some pressure from Scherer. And it looks like Scherer's going to get called for a hooking on that play. So Scherer goes to the box, and the Bombers will head to the power play. This power play brought to you again by J.F. McIver Properties and Appraisals. Bombers with a good chance here to try and tie things up early. As it's one back. Moved up to Cormier. He's trying to keep it in. He'll hand it over. Connor Grace over to Little. Little's in. Hands it over to McDonald with a shot. It's in front. And they score! Ty Bowden. Some back and forth passing. And the Bombers set up a tap-in goal for Ty Bowden to tie things up. A good setup. Gay couldn't get back there in time. So we're all tied up with 10 minutes left in the first. It's one back. Connor Grace will bring it in now. That play's broken up, and the Wolverines will grab it. It's Kopik. Getting some pressure from Whittemore and McIntosh. Played in. Parker's there, and he'll move it in. Battle for it at the dot here, and it'll fly over for Reed. Reed will start the breakout. He brings it into the neutral zone, and he'll dump it in on the back end. Wolverines, Conlon now. Moving it up, and it'll get dumped in. Bombers will chase, and the Wolverines will go off for a change. Connor Grace with it now. Moving it up through. A couple nice moves. And he'll dump it in behind the net and go chasing after it. Moved around for Little. Little in the corner now. Getting some pressure put on. Anderson's in there. And he'll play it around the back of the net looking for an open pass. Moves it up. Elijah Little with a shot, and that's tipped in front wide. Little now. Off for Anderson as Anderson walks in and passes it back. Cormier's there just in time. Takes a shot, and it goes wide. Swain couldn't grab it. Sim with it now for the Wolverines. He'll try and play it up, and it'll go over for McDonald as he walks in. Into the corner now. Moved up. Scherer couldn't get there as he's out of the box. And on the ice, and Elijah Little goes down, but here comes Anderson with a shot on net. That goes wide. Moved up. It's Kopik. He's walking in. He's got a good look here. That play's broken up by Cormier and Little. Battle for it in the corner. Scherer with a shot goes off the outside of the post. Kopik now. Getting some pressure from Cormier. And Cormier will take possession. He'll move it up. Frazier's there. He'll hand it over to Anderson. Anderson trying to make some hits. But the Wolverines get it and move it out. Whittemore will have to chase. He moves it over. McDaniel up for Ross, and Ross tips it in. On net, and Ye will cover it up. And we'll get a stoppage in play with 8:24 left to go. Battle for it at the dot here. McDonald will grab it and move it over for Parker. Parker hands it off for Conlon. Here comes Conlon up with some speed. Trying to move in. He'll lose that one, but it's in for Parker. A shot on net, and it's covered up. Draw here in the Bomber zone. One back, Conlon over. Williams trying to play it through. That's broken up. It's moved up. Another shot on net. Grace battling for it. McIntosh is there, and he'll move it out now for Reed, who tips it up. Back around, Williams with it now. Moved up, McDonald intercepts that pass. And he'll dump it in on net, and that's gloved up by Ye. So a draw here again in the Wolverine zone. Cohen Little taking the draw. That's played in. Sim grabs it for the Wolverines. He'll move it up now, and that's tipped. Elijah Little keeping it in at the blue line. Back around behind the net, Sim's there. He'll play it over. Wolverines looking to break out now. Hand it over back to Sim, who's open, but he'll have to circle back into his own zone. Moved up, Connor Grace intercepts that pass. He's got Anderson with him. Over to Anderson, shot on net, and it's covered up. Draw here. Wolverine zone again. Cohen Little taking the draw. He'll have to fight for it, and he'll get possession. Trying to play around. McDonald breaks that up. Hit from Anderson trying to get possession. Along the boards. Behind a skate, and everybody will have to come in to battle for it. Anderson trying to play it out now. Cormier with a shot goes wide. Another shot on net, tipped up high. Anderson poking it over to Cormier, over to Frazier, or Whittemore, sorry, with a shot, and it's covered up. Draw here again in the Wolverine zone. Bombers hemming them in. It's played around. Conlon moving it up. Broken up and played in. Kopic's racing for it. And he'll almost get there, but Whittemore pokes it out of his way. Ross with it now. He'll start to move it through. Ross coming up with speed. Ripley defending him as he moves it in front, and nobody can get that pass. Parker playing it off. Frazier will play it in, and it's covered up by Ye. A smart decision. Bowden would have gotten to it if Ye didn't cover it up, and Bowden already with the goal here. So McDonald will take the draw here. Wyand picks it up for the Wolverines. That's played up. Connor Grace with it. He'll take a shot on net. Goes off the pad of Ye. Another shot in front. Williams picks up the rebound and moves it out of harm's way. Moved up. Schneier can't get it, so Grace will grab it and hand it off to McDonald. Back for Reed. And he'll flip it up high and in. He'll have to race Williams there for it. That's played around. McIntosh into the corner now. Played up. Grace is there. Grace walking in with a shot. That's played around. And it's up for McDaniel. McDaniel trying to play it in, but that's dumped right off of his stick. Moved up now. Scherer trying to play it in. McDaniel laying the body. That's played in. Connor Grace will have to race for it.
Grace moves it out. Swings there. Big hit for McDonald.
He tries to get possession. Back behind the net now. Gillis plays it off for Grace. Moved up. Swain breaks it out to the neutral zone. He'll try and play it up for Anderson. Offside. Bombers will have to clear. And here come the Wolverines moving in now. They'll make a collision, a player-on-player hit. And Cormier takes it and walks in now. Hands it off. A shot on net. It's covered up. Rebound's alive, and Little can't get there. Played in front, and this play will get broken up. For a penalty here, I assume. Cohen Little going to the box. So now the Wolverines with a chance to take the lead once again. McDonald taking the draw here versus Ross. One back, up for Berger. And he'll hand it over. Ripley tries to play it in. Berger's there to keep it. Oh, Bowden tipping it out. And the Wolverines will have to regroup in the neutral zone. McDonald with it. He'll circle back. He's looking for a better play. McDonald again walking in. And he'll hit it back for Parker. Over to Ripley. Into the corner now. And it's cleared out. Ross is going for it. Might be a little too far ahead. Ye's out of the net to play it. And he moves it up for Ripley. Here comes Conlon with a shot on net. And it's covered up by Sean Gillis. So the draw here in the Bombers zone. Just a minute and 21 left here on the Wolverines power play. Bombers killing it off successfully so far. Played up, Lyons back up, and he'll try and dump it back in. But Grace gets it out. Played up, Anderson intercepts that pass. And he'll try and play it through. Rutledge moving in now. He'll play it over. Schneier with it in the corner. He's looking for a pass, and he turns it over to McDonald. McDonald flips it up. Anderson trying to get there, but Williams will grab it and take it into his own zone. Williams playing it over off the skate of McDonald. Wind will have to go back. Moved up, McDonald's there. He's got a good look now walking in with a shot on net, and that's off the stick of Sean Gillis. Clayton McIntosh plays it back for Grace. Grace walking in, shot on net, and it goes wide. McDonald with it now. He'll try and play it up and in as it goes wide. Cormier couldn't get full contact on it. Scherer is there, and he'll take possession. Battle for it along the boards. Cormier trying to get it up and through into the neutral zone. Back to even strength here. McIntosh loses his stick. He'll look for an opportunity to pick it up. But he'll elect to jump on the bench and let Bowden out there. Bowden up high, trying to get there. Over for McDonald. As that goes in. Covered up by Sean Gillis. Both teams will get a well-needed change here. Draw in the Bombers zone. 1-1 with a minute 37 left. Played in, Ripley over to Berger, and that slips out of the zone, so he'll have to regroup. Berger over to Ripley. Ripley having a look. Parker can't get there, so Berger will race in after it. He's got a good look. He'll take a shot, and he scores! And with a minute and 20 left on the clock of the first, Wolverines take the lead off of a great shot from Berger. Draw at center ice here. One back by the Wolverines. Berger again. Hands it over. Ripley. Trying to play through. Anderson's there. And that's up. Elijah Little dumping it in to the Wolverines zone. Back around Berger. Trying to flip it. Cohen Little's in there. That's played around. Elijah Little grabbing it. He'll play it in front, and that's broken up a shot on net almost from Little, but he fans on that one, and Conlon will make it out. Grace handing it over. Little. Up for Little. Shut down by the Wolverines defense as they ice it down with 34 seconds left to go. Draw here in the Wolverine zone. Bombers, I'm sure, would like to tie things up before the period's end. One over. Grace with a shot. Seems to be audio malfunction here. Connor Grace walking in with a shot. Goes back around. McDonald going for the wraparound. Rutledge playing it through. Connor Grace over. Cormier's there. Played up. McDonald backhands it up to Rutledge, but Cormier's there. Swain hands it off to McDonald, trying to get it through, and that'll be the end of the first period. So we'll take a short break here and be back with the second period in this game between the Bombers and the Wolverines. And after a short break, we're back with the second period. About to be underway. Wolverines up 2-1 against the Bombers. Puck drop is underway, and here we go, back for Cormier. Bombers sitting at second place with Wolverines in 8th place in the league. This is their second meetup. Reed now walking in, trying to play through the legs. McIntosh trying to get there, but it's picked up in the corner now. McIntosh grabbing it. He'll try and play it up for McDonald. It's moved over. Elijah Little keeps it in, backhands it over to Reed. Reed over for McDonald, off for McIntosh with a shot. And it's covered up. What a play and what an opportunity. But Yeh shuts the door on the Bombers. Draw here in the Wolverines zone. Little back for Connor Grace. Moved over, Anderson playing it up, and it's gloved up by Yays. That goes off of Swain's skate. Up high. Draw here again. One back, Connor Grace is there. He'll play it back for Swain to Whittemore. Shot on net, knocked off the pad, almost hits off of Little and in, but it goes wide. Little playing it over to Grace. Over to Whittemore with a shot, just wide. Little keeps it in and dumps it, Berger's there, but Swain picks it up off and plays it in front. A battle for it, goes back into the corner. Little with it. He'll have a look and move it up for Grace to Whittemore. Whittemore with another shot. That's off of a leg, and it goes high into the corner. Little hands it over. Whittemore again. Another shot, and it's covered up by A. Both teams will get a draw, or a change here. Fresh legs on the ice. Shots 17-8 for the Bombers. Yay, putting on a great performance for the Wolverines, keeping them the lead here early in the first, second, I apologize. Moved up, McDaniel. He'll play it in. Frazier trying to play it through, but that's broken up. And here comes Rutledge. It's broken up. And played down. Williams into his own zone. He turns it over. He's tripped up there. No call on the play. As Kopik brings it up for the Wolverines now. Cormier's there, and he'll hand it off for Bowden. Cormier trying to get there. It's moved up. Kopik moving in. McDaniel defending. Moved over. Wolverines, another look. Wyand plays it in, and Frazier grabs it. Moves it up. Pass intercepted by Wyand, and he'll dump it back behind the net for Gillis. Cormier moves it up. Can't intercept that pass, but we'll get an icing against the Bombers. McDaniel tried to change there after the icing whistle. Ref Cole Thompson shut the door for him. They told him get back on the ice. 17:31. Left to go, and it's played up. Frazier flipping it high and up, and he'll get a change. Ty Bowden with a nice stick block there. He'll feed it in for Reed, just too far behind him. He can't get there, so it goes back for Elijah Little. He's trying to play it in. He's hit off that one, but McDonald's in there to help him out. Played back for Gillis. Grace is there. He'll move it up. Reed trying to play it up. It's turned over to McDonald with a shot. In front, blocked. And moved back up for Reed as he chips it off the boards, and he'll chase after it. McDonald gets there first. He'll take him over behind his own net. Flipped up high, and Connor Grace will grab it. Played in, Scherer putting some pressure on, and it's back for Sim. Around. Played up. McDonald. He'll walk in with it. He's got Conlon with him. Shot on net. Blocked by Sean Gillis. Played back. Grace with it. He'll walk up with it now. Couple nice moves, but he loses the puck behind the net. He'll try and play it in front. McIntosh there. The shot on net off the shoulder of Yeh. And covered up. McIntosh with a couple good shooting opportunities. Yeh shuts the door, however, as he's playing a great game in between the pipes. Draw here again in the Wolverines zone. Moved up Berger. Little battling Kopik to get there for it. Here comes Conlon with speed, trying to get past Whittemore, but Whittemore lays the body and gets him off that puck. Swain back around for Cormier. Cormier up for Little. Couple nice moves trying to play it in. Berger poke checks that stick out of his possession. Shot on net. Anderson with a couple taps as it's covered up. So the draw here again in the Wolverine zone. Little versus McDonald for the draw. Played into the corner. Wyatt. Picked up by Little with a couple nice moves. As he walks in, loses his footing, but he's still got it. Up for Cormier. Poked by Rutledge, and that'll exit the zone. Little with it now again. Walking around the blue line. Hands it back over to Cormier. Cormier with a shot. And that's tipped in! What a play, and what a tip! Eli Swain. Or Isaac Swain, sorry. And things are tied up at 2. Cormier with a great shot. And Swain tipped it in. He didn't even know he scored. A great play. Faceoff's one back by the Wolverines as they try and move it in now. McDaniel's there, and he'll try and play it up. Battle for it at the blue line. It seems Bowden's trying to get it out, and it's under Gauthier. So we'll get a stoppage in play. So the draw here just outside Bombers zone. Paddle forward along the same boards where it got stuck last time. As it's moved up off the hand of Gauthier. Over to Ross now. Ross walking in with it. He'll play it in and play it in front, but that's broken up. Ross gets there and dumps it back in, however, for Bowden. Bowden in the corner, getting some pressure from Sim. Bowden flips it up to McDaniel. McDaniel in for McDonald, who can't get a shot off, but he'll hand it over. Grace with a shot off of the post. And kept in by McDaniel. A close chance there. Sim and Bowden battling for it once again. Bowden didn't know it got out, so he'll lose his footing and the Wolverines will break out. Shot on net, and it'll get covered up by Sean Gillis. 14:02 left in play. McDonald taking the draw against McDonald. One back for the Bombers. Cormier around, and Elijah Little loses his footing, and he gets back up and takes possession and moves it over to Cormier. Up for McIntosh. McIntosh trying to make a play up for McDonald, but that'll get thrown back in by the Wolverines. Little playing it up off the boards. Reed's there. Reed up for McIntosh. It's in his feet, so he can't get possession. And it's moved back. Ripley off the skate of McDonald, and it slid under the glove of Ye. He couldn't cover that one up, but Ripley takes possession. Ripley dumping it into the Bombers zone. And it's a wrap. Hope it's there. Play it off. Bombers get possession. Wyatt at the line, keeping it in, and moves it in for Rutledge. McDonald playing it around, but the Wolverines get possession. It's just moved up. In the slot is Wyatt, and that's blocked. Cormier playing it up for Reed. Reed with a big hit, and he's down as Parker smoked him as he tries to exit the zone. And he's down, and we'll get a stoppage in play here. He's sitting up and getting up all right, but he's definitely shooken up after that hit. He's up and off. Morgan Peters out to check on him. John Sims seems to be looking for a call there of some sort. But they won't get it. And the draw here just outside Bombers territory. Moved up and played in. Williams will have to chase back in his own zone for it. He's got Anderson on his tail. Anderson trying to play it up. Little's there. He'll flip it up high. It's in front, but Schneier picks it up. Moves it up. Kopic's trying to get there. But it's back. Hits off the leg of the ref. Swain will take possession and flip it up high. Anderson back, and that play is blocked off the skate of a Wolverines player. Move back, McDaniel with a shot on net off the pad of Ye. Williams around. Grace will get there first. He'll make a couple nice moves and play it down in for Little with the shot. That goes high and wide. McDaniel keeps it in to Grace. Shot on net, blocked in front, and Rutledge will grab it. Moves it up for Kopic, and he'll dump it into the zone after he crosses red. Played up, Scherer tipping in it. And it's down in. Gauthier battling with Little for it. Moved up, McDaniel keeping it in at the blue line. Anderson off for Little. Little trying to play it in. But Sim moves it up. McDonald can't get the pass, so Grace grabs it. Grace walking in, and it's an offside, unfortunately, for the Bombers. Draw here, just outside the Wolverine zone. It's played in, off the stick of Ross, and Sim will get there. Bowden takes possession, plays it into the corner for Reed. Reed moving it up, Whittemore. Over to Cormier. He'll try and walk in with it, but he's blocked. Plays it in for Bowden. Over for Ross. Ross moves it up for Cormier. Playing it in. Sim moving it up. He can't get it out. Sim again with it in the corner, trying to play it up. Whittemore along the boards, blocking that. Bowden now. He'll cut in. A shot on net goes off the outside of the netting. Cormier. Another shot. That goes deep. Ross behind the net. Battling for it. McDonald of the Wolverines grabs it, and he'll move it through. McDonald making a couple nice moves in, and he scores. What a goal. His teammates with gloves on their head cannot believe what a goal. Wolverines take the 3-2 lead off of a dangling clinic for McDonald. Conlon moving it back. Ripley's there. Played up over to Conlon again. As he walks in, that'll be offside. So the draw here, just outside Bombers zone. Wolverines with the 3-2 lead thus far. As that's dumped in. Sean Gillis hands it off for McDaniel. McDaniel moving it up, and it'll go down the length of the ice. Berger racing forward. He's got Frazier on his tail. Berger over, Ripley having a look as he moves it up. Wolverines breaking it out now. Parker dumps it. Played off, McDaniel with it again. He'll cut it back for Connor Grace. Frazier can't get there. Here comes Grace with it as he pushes it through. He'll take a shot up high, and that goes wide and around. McDaniel keeps it in at the line. He's hit off that one. McIntosh battling for it now, and he'll dump it. Moved up, McDaniel keeps it in. Back around, Williams misses that pass. So Rutledge will grab it for him. Played in, and Ye makes the big reach to cover it up. Draw here once again in the Wolverine zone. Bombers looking to tie things up. Wyan flips it up off the glass, but he's hit. Here comes Little. Walking into the corner, he'll lose that one. Battle for it. Swain's in there as well, battling with Wyan. Swain moves it up. Whittemore over to Cormier with a shot on net, tipped in front, and Little can't bury that one. We're going to get a penalty here. Seems to be against the Wolverines. Yes, it will be. So Bombers getting a power play as Williams goes to the box. This power play is brought to you by JF McIver and Property Appraisals here in New Glasgow, Nova Scotia. Draw one back to Cormier. Played in and over, and Conlon breaks up that pass and dumps it down the length of the ice. For Gillis. Gillis plays it over for Cormier, the captain. As that's moved up, Grace can't get possession. Here comes Conlon shorthanded. Shot on net, and that's tipped wide by Bowden. Little with it now. He'll skate it up. Hands it back for McDonald, back for Little. Little walking in. He'll circle around. Shot on net, it's high, and he scores! Cohen Little ties things up here. A back and forth game makes for an exciting one. And we've got that here this afternoon, folks, as the Bombers tie things up in the second half of the second period. Play back, Scherer, dumping it into the Bombers zone. Play it up now, Ross moves up for Anderson. Here comes Anderson. Shot on net, and he fans on that play. And that moves up. Grace with it. He'll move it in. Ross. Played back. Swain keeps it in. But it's back for Ripley, and he'll move it up for McDonald. Can't get that pass, so it's back for the Bombers. It's Grace with it. He'll circle around in his own zone as he moves it up. Swain hands it off for Ross. Ross trying to play it in, and it's tipped by Swain. Wolverines with possession, trying to break it out. Scherer hands it off for McDonald. Walking in with a shot. It's gloved up by Sean Gillis. Draw here in the Bombers zone. Wolverines looking to regain that lead that they've been trying to hold all game. It's back. Cormier moves up for McIntosh. A nice pass over to Frazier as he dumps it in. Played around off the ref's skate. Conlon will grab it. Circles back around in his own zone as he moves it over. Kopic's there. He tries to play it up. Elijah Little off for Cormier. Cormier playing it up for McIntosh. He can't get there, so Williams will go down behind the net. McIntosh playing it around. McDonald in front, no one's there, and that'll exit into the neutral zone. Grace with it, plays it off the boards for McIntosh. Can't get that pass off. As it goes back for the Wolverines defense. They'll move it up now. It's Wyand, hands it over for Kopech. He'll try and toe drag around McDaniel, but McDaniel with a nice poke check. Grace there, moved up. Reed with it, looking for an option as he hands it back for Grace. Grace walking in now, shot on net. That's sticked away by Ye. Moved up, it's Bowden. He'll have a collision with Grace, and here comes McDonald for the Wolverines. Walks in, a shot on net kept out. Rutledge is there. Broken up, and we're gonna get a stoppage in play. I'm not sure what the stoppage was for. It looks like McDaniel will go to the box for hooking. So the Wolverines with a good opportunity now to take back the lead. They have a 2-minute power play. Played in, Cormier's there. He'll try and play it up, but Sim keeps it in at the line. Going little battling. Played off, McDonald cuts up and through into the slot with a shot, and it flips up and wide. Little now, moving it up. He walks into the corner. Bombers get 2 guys deep. Anderson will play back a little bit as Little tries to keep it in the zone for as long as he can. McDonald picks it up, and he'll start the breakout for the Wolverines on this power play with 1:22 left. McDonald backhands it up for Scherer. Scherer walking in with a shot. That's tipped off his stick by Anderson. Little will flip it up high and down the length of the ice on net, where Ye will make a play with it. Up to Scherer. Scherer getting around Little. And he can't get around the second Little, because that's moved up. Berger passing it back for Ripley. Up to Conlon. Conlon handing it over a little too far ahead of Berger, so he'll take it and circle back for Ripley to Berger. Circling again. Almost tipped off that one. McDonald takes possession, and he's going to get a penalty for hooking as well. Jackson McDonald heads to the box. So Wolverines will get 5-on-3 for 37 seconds, and then a 5-on-4 for another 1:23.
Bombers number 26, Miles McDaniels. 2 minutes for hooking.
Draw here in the Bomber zone.
Second period. Bomber penalty number 19, Jackson McDonald. 2 minutes.
As it's going to be a battle for it at the dot, sorry. That's moved up. Williams with the Wolverines. He'll play it over. Wyand having a look. He'll take a shot. That's off a stick and hits the netting. Draw here. Bombers need to fight off this penalty kill. As it's played up, Wyand can't keep it in. It's over for Williams. Moved up, Conlon. Playing it over. Wyand off for Parker. He's hit off that one. Wyand up at the line. Little trying to get him off that one. A shot on net goes wide, and a rebound hits off the outside of the net. Played out, McDaniel's there as he's out of the box. 5-on-4 now. Another shot on net goes wide. Back behind the net now. Wolverines looking for a play, and they fan on that one, and it goes back down into their own zone. Bombers will get a well-needed change. Moving up now is Williams. He'll stop and hand it over. Rutledge couldn't get there, nor could Schneer, so that goes back down. 44 seconds left on the Bombers' penalty kill. Looking at it is McDonald. He has it behind the net now. Making a motion for his teammate to come pick it up for him. And it's handed up to Sim. Sim trying to get there before Ross. Ross picks it, but it's still moved over to McDonald. McDonald getting broken up off of Bowden, and here comes Ross. Ross moving up. Gauthier trying to catch up. A shot on net, and it goes wide. Here comes McDonald now. Walking in behind the net. Cormier gets tripped up, no call on that play, and they'll ice it down. Played by Ye. McDonald almost gets there to tap it into the empty net. That's moved up. Rutledge pokes it in. Played up. Anderson's there. He'll take possession. Hands it off for Cormier. Cormier walking through now. Plays it in front. McDonald trying to tap it in, and it's covered up by Ye. Draw here in the Wolverine zone. McDonald with a close chance for the Bombers. Moved up. Whittemore grabs it. He'll take a shot. It's in front. Played in almost again by McDonald. He can't bury it. Grace will play it back in. Ripley's back to grab it, and he'll move it around for Berger. Berger can't get that one, so Anderson picks it up. And he'll play it off the boards and in. Picked up by McDonald. He's looking to get that one, as that goes wide enough for Grace. Grace plays it in. Kopik grabs it, and he'll move it out of the zone. Up for Scherer as he walks in with less than a minute left. And around behind the net, Scherer picks up his own rebound. Cycling through again. Swain gets him into the corner, and Anderson picks it up now. Moves it up for Swain. 44 seconds left in play. Moved up, intercepted by Jackson McDonald. That's moved up. Conlon plays it back for Ripley. Ripley having a look now. He'll fly by Swain. Moved in front. Cormier's there to intercept that, and he'll move it the other way now. Tipped off of his stick. Conlon, 20 seconds left. Connor Grace gets there first. Cormier moving it up to McIntosh. McIntosh over to Swain. 10 seconds left to go. Swain dumps it down. Williams will grab it. Cycle back. Williams moving it up, and that'll be the end of the second period. An eventful couple periods to start out this game. Bombers and Wolverines sit at 3-3. We'll be back with the third period in just a moment. Welcome back, folks. Third period action about to be underway for this Bombers versus Wolverines game. 3-3 is the score. Shots 28-15 for the Bombers. An intense game and a close game between these two teams. Wolverines cracking the lead here a few times, with the Bombers coming back and tying things up just shortly after. That's where we're at now. Next Bombers home game is December 20th versus the Bandits. Should be a good matchup there. And it's a weekend full of home games as on the 21st. They're against the Gulls. Players are out. Starting lineups for period 3. Puck is dropped. The Bombers win it back. Down the length of the ice for Sean Gillis, and he'll cover it up. Back by the Bombers once again. Moved around, Cormier hands it up to McIntosh. Over to Frazier. Frazier walking through as that's dumped in to the Wolverines zone. Wyand getting there, and he'll hand it over for Williams. Williams walking up now with a lot of speed. He'll move in and cut back. Tries to move to McDonald, but Frazier's there, and he'll intercept that play. McDonald racing forward in the Wolverine zone. As that goes back around. Moved up, Scher's there. Walking in now, Scher, a couple nice moves off the blocker of Sean Gillis. In the corner now, McDaniel laying the body. He'll try and play it up. McIntosh as well in there. Conlon now plays it in deep. Another big hit for McDaniel as that's flipped around and Bombers make that possession. Swain tries to hand it over. Conlon almost gets it. Moved up and dumped in. Conlon again with it. Slow into the corner. Walks around the back of the net. He'll cut back around as he's looking for a pass. And he'll lose that one. McDaniel playing it up. Anderson tipping it through. And that goes the length of the ice. Rise Sim gets back for it. That's moved up. Kopik tipping it, and that goes into the Bomber zone. Cormier misses that one as it's played back. Little grabs it, moves it up for Anderson. Anderson walking through. Moving up now. Anderson behind the net. Looking for a passing option as he finds Cormier. Cormier with a shot, tipped high. And it goes into the corner. We've got Whittemore back to Cormier with a shot. Bluffed up by Yeh.
The winner of the Davis 50-50 all the way from Frazier's Mountain is Andrew Frazier. Congratulations, Andrew.
Draw here. In the Wolverine zone, one back from McDonald of the Wolverines. Played around. Swain's there. He'll move it up. Whittemore grabbing it, moving it over to Cormier once again. Cormier with a shot off the blocker of Yeh. Whittemore trying to play it in for Little. Little plays it, and it's sticked away as that goes off a couple legs in front and on net. Ripley moving up for Rutledge. Little trying to intercept that pass, and he will as he plays it in for Anderson. Anderson walking in with a shot off the blocker. We've got Whittemore with a shot. That's blocked and goes down the length of the ice. Schneier racing for it. Played off. Rutledge grabs it. The corner now hands it off for Schneier. Whittemore putting on some good pressure. Cormier moves it up. Lyons there. And he'll play it in. I believe that's an offside. Here just outside the Bomber zone. the Bombers. Grace hands it over to Little. Moves up to Bowden. Bowden tips it in. We've got Reeds there. He tries bringing it in the corner. He's hit off that one, and McDonald takes possession. We've got Little. Grabs it, blocked in front by Conley. Kept in. We've got Grace. Flies it high on net. Sits back. Moving it over. Sharon. Back, handing it up into the zone. Grace is back to pick it up. Grace moving in. Bowden getting possession. He'll walk in. Shot on net. And that's kept out by Ye. Bowden again. Moves up for Anderson. Anderson walking in. A couple nice moves. He still has possession, but that's broken up. Sharon walking with him now. He's got some pressure on him. As Cormier's back to get it. We've got Bombers now. It's Frazier with a shot on net. That's covered up by Ye with 15:37 left to go. Back for the Wolverines as they move it up. Rickley can't make that pass. And that'll be an icing. Draw one back. Another shot from McDaniel goes wide. Played up. Cormier keeping it at the blind. He'll take a shot. A quick one goes wide. Almost bounces back in front. Frazier, nice move. He's kept outside. McDonald. McDaniel, he can't keep it in. As it goes back, Kopic with it. Walking in now. He'll take a shot. It's gloved up by Gillis. No battle for it along the boards. Armland handing it off for Rutledge. Walking in over to Kopic and a shot on net kept out by Gillis. Wyand throwing it in for Rutledge. Rutledge over, turns it over to Anderson. Anderson will move it up to Little. Little walking in, he's cut off of that one. That's played in. Little in there battling for it as well. Swain, Little comes out there with a shot. A quick one gloved up by Ye. Shots 34-17 for the Bombers. A landslide in that department, but not in the goal department. It's still 3-3. Ye putting up a great performance for the Wolverines. And Sean Gillis holding his own as well in between the Heist Bombers. Moved up. Grace over. In for Whittemore. And Swain can't grab it. Sim hit the boards by Little, and he'll try and cycle it up. Anderson playing it into the corner. Sim gets possession. And that's moved up. Blocked in front by Little. He'll intercept that. Another turnover. As that's moved up for McDonald, who's already got a goal in this game. But he can't get there as it goes into the corner. Played in front. A shot on net goes wide. Sim getting there. Trying to get possession. He's got some pressure. As that flies around for Whittemore. Sim playing it in. Sheriff up and Swain will clear it. And that'll be an icing. back by the Wolverines, but Swain puts the pressure on and takes possession as he moves on for Anderson. And that's played it. Wolverines grab it, it's Sim. He'll play it up, but Reed's there, no one of the Wolverines. Another big hit from Anderson. Conlon trying to move it through. That's moved up. Anderson will fly high in. Reed will have to clear. Conlon getting it. He'll backhand it out. Cormier grabs it, hands it over to Little. Little over to Ross, and Ross dumps it in and chases after that one. Ripley fans on that one. Ross gets it. He fires it around. No one's there. But it's kept in by Little. Down in for Bowden now. Bowden with the goal today. He moves it up for Grace. Grace with a shot. Goes wide and off the blocker of Ye. Played in. Schneier moving in now. He's got McDonald catching up to him as well. Play broken up by Elijah Little. Schneier again. It's in front. Bowden trying to get it out of there. Into the corner it'll go. McDonald hit off that one, and it flies around the boards to Reed. A big hit there. Jackson McDonald looking a little shooken up. It's played in. Bowden trying to get around McDonald, but it'll fly off his stick to Ripley, and we're going to get a penalty, I believe, here for head contact. Schneier will go to the box. So, Bombers getting a power play and a chance to take their first lead in the game. This power play is brought to you by JF McIver Properties and Appraisals, Glasgow, Nova Scotia. Williams with it. He's trying to kill it off in the corner. As it's moved out, Little hands it up to Cormier. To McDonald. Jackson McDonald having a look. Back to Cormier. In for Grace. Grace hands it over. McDonald's there with a shot. It's wide, and it's just under the pad of Ye by an inch. This is a draw again here. The offensive zone for the Bombers. One back by Little, up to Cormier. Jackson McDonald to Cormier. Cormier in for Grace. Grace with a shot, that's off the stick and high. McDonald will get there, and he'll hand it over, but that'll slip in between Grace and Cormier. And out to the neutral. Back to Cormier. Cormier walking in now along the boards. And into the corner. He's getting a lot of pressure put on him from Wyan. Up for McDonald. He'll hand it over. Grace with a shot. Tipped in front and wide. And it'll hit the net.
27, Fisher Snare, 2 minutes for head contact. Time of the penalty, 11:54 of the third period.
Another draw with just a minute and 4 left on the Bombers power play. That'll exit the zone. Grace back in his own end to retrieve that one. Grace walking up now. Tips it around Sim and back. Play's broken up by McDonald. He'll hand it up. It's a 2-on-1. Anderson getting back. A shot on net. Gloved up. Rebounds alive. And we'll get a stoppage in play. It wasn't fully covered by Gillis. McDonald had possession when the whistle was blown, and he's visually frustrated off of that one. But with 37 seconds left, we'll have a draw here in the Bomber zone. 37 seconds left on the power play, because that's moved up, and it'll exit out. Gauthier with it, as he dumps it back into the Bomber zone. We've got Cormier playing it through. Here comes Cormier. Tipped off and wide. Cormier played it in front. And Jackson McDonald with another great opportunity. Can't bury that one. Cormier circling around with it again. Tries to backhand it out, and that's clear. More. Playing it up for Anderson. Anderson with a stretch and a shot, and it's off the outside of the net. They thought it went in. Moved up. The Wolverines will start the breakout now. Play through Schneier, trying to get a shot off, but Grace grabs that one. Moved up for Little. Cohen Little walking through. Nice toe drag there, a shot, and it's just wide. Played back down into the Bombers' zone. Moved up now. Anderson trying to play it through. That's broken up. Little putting on some pressure as he grabs it. Little circling in. Another shot block. Conlon grabs it. Played in through. Trying to toe drag around is Little. Bowden in there battling for it now. In the corner. Parker in there as well as Williams. Still battling along the boards. Williams now. Behind his own net, looking for a pass as he moves it up. Play's broken up. Reed's back. Blocking off that one almost. Here come the Wolverines. Play almost broken up. As it goes around for McDonald. McDonald with it. Walking in a toe drag and a shot goes high, sorry. Played up. Ross trying to get there, but Kopik gets to it first. Sim moves it over to McDonald. McDonald off the boards, walking in now. A toe drag and a release. That goes wide. Bowden playing it past Sim. Gauthier will grab it for the Wolverines. It's up and in. In front is Reed. A shot on net blocked by Ye. Ross with it. He's poke checked off that one. As that goes behind the net for Kopik. Played up high. McDonald's there. Trying to play it around. Off for Cher. Cher with a shot. And it's covered up by Sean Gillis. Grabs it for the Bombers. McIntosh backhanding it up. Jackson McDonald can't get there in time. Played around to the back of the net. It's Cormier. Up to McIntosh who tips it in. And we'll get an icing as it wasn't over the line there. We'll go back down to Bombers zone. 7:02 left in play. Moved around for Frazier. Playing it through. Conlon. Tips it in. Conlon back up for Ripley. Ripley with a shot off the pad of Sean Gillis. McIntosh will get it out. That's dumped back in by Ripley, and the Wolverines will come off for a change here. Moved up, McIntosh tipping it in, and now the Bombers will get a change. Whittemore blocking off that play. Tipped in front, Grace trying to move it out. It's kept in by Wyan. Almost moved out again, Grace, they can't get it out. Whittemore. He'll finally move it into the neutral zone for the Bombers. And here comes Little. He's got Anderson with him. Move back for Swain, a shot. Blocked in front. Once again, a great defensive play from the Wolverines. Moved in again, Wyand trying to get there, but Anderson grabs it. Backing up. Grace blocking that opportunity for McDonald. And he'll start to walk in with it now. Connor Grace with a shot. Gloved up by Ye. Ye having a phenomenal game in the pipes for the Wolverines, keeping them in this. Back by Little. Swain moves it up for Elijah Little. Elijah Little shoots it on net, and that's wide. Gloved up by Ye. Jackson McDonald taking it. Moved around Sim. Laying it over. It's moved up in front. Bowden trying to move it in. No one's there, so Kopic will grab possession. Tries to move it out. Ross with it. Ross looking for an option, but Conlon moves him into the boards. Kopic. He'll start to break out now for the Wolverines. Little's there, and he'll intercept that puck. That's moved up, turned over to Sim. Sim back, and he'll dump it. Elijah Little picking it up behind his own net. He'll use the boards and move it up. Kept in by Sim once again. Thrown into the corner. Scher is there. He'll try and move it in. Cormier hits him off that one. Cormier moves it up. McDonald handed over, and no one can get there, and he'll go back for Sim to grab. Another missed pass as that goes up. They get it back though. Bowden's hit to the boards hard there by McDonald. Moved up, Bowden trying to get possession and keep it in. Broken up by Scherer and down the ice. McDaniel to Grace. Bowden tipping it in. Little racing for it. Behind the net. Battle with Ripley. That's around for Anderson. Anderson up for Grace with a shot. And it's gloved up by Ye. Draw here in the Wolverine zone. 3:59 left in play. Moves through. Berger and Anderson will battle. That's moved up for Grace. Grace over to McDaniel. McDaniel with a shot. Tipped in front. And it goes wide. Brutley's trying to poke it through. Little's there to grab it off him. Moved up. Anderson hands it up to McDaniel. McDaniel with a shot on net. It's in front. Rebound's alive. Little can't get it in. Ye blocking the door. It's behind the net now. McDonald picks it up and he'll break it out. McDonald with some speed walking through. He's looking for his second of the game. A nice move there, and he'll circle back and look for a passing option. He's hit off that one, and Little grabs it. Little up for Anderson. Anderson walking in to Little with a shot, and that's high and wide. Moved around and moved up. Cormier's there. He'll hand it off for Little. Little looking for a passing option, hands it back to Cormier. Over for Anderson with a shot, blocked in front by Williams. Up for Whittemore with a shot, that's blocked by Conlon. Little moving it down in for McIntosh. He'll have to battle for it in the corner because that's moved up. Here come the Wolverines. Play broken up by Cormier. It's backhanded in. Whittemore grabs it. Whittemore moving it up for Frazier. Frazier tips it in, and Bowden will go after it. Williams trying to lay the hit there. Wyand getting there. He'll move it around. Williams picking it up for him. Williams hands it over. That's moved up. Whittemore. Cormier back to Whittemore. 2 minutes left to go. Over for McDonald. Jackson McDonald trying to cut through and around. Played in front. Now here comes McDonald. Whittemore trying to keep him out of the zone. Moved in front. Rebound's alive, and Frazier picks it up and moves it out of harm's way. Frazier to Whittemore. Whittemore walking up, and he'll fly high into the corner. Later out. Here comes Connor Grace. He's got Anderson, and he fans on that one. And it's moved back for Little. Little trying to keep it in, moves it in for Ross. Ross walking in, shot on net. Blocked and denied by Ye. Moved in Little, making a couple nice moves. Over to Connor Grace with a shot. Blocked in front, it's alive. Rebound. And it's kept out by Scherer. Kept in by Little, however. Grace walking in again. Shot on net, and he scores! Connor Grace gets the Bombers the lead with just 1:12 left to go. What a goal. Connor Grace. That makes things 4-3. We're going to get a timeout here. Bombers taking their first lead of the game. And what a time to do it. With just 1:12 left to go. They just need to defend and keep the Wolverines out of their zone. And they'll take the win here. Wolverines have had the scoring advantage here. Up by 1 every little bit through the game. Can they score another to tie things up? Shots 44-21 for the Bombers, just showing you what kind of performance Ye's putting on. But also, 21 shots against Sean Gillis. And he's putting on a good performance for the Bombers. So here we go. Nice draw. Wolverines tie things up. And it's one back for Wyand, who moves it up. Scherer's there battling. Move through McDonald. McDonald walking in now. A shot on net, and it's over. Williams couldn't put that one in, and it's back. Scherer trying to move it through, and Wyand's back. Wolverines do have the extra man out there with the empty net. It's moved back for Connor Grace. McDonald with it, trying to play it through. He has to wait for his teammates to get onside. And that flips back for Wyand. Wyand over. Played in. Behind the net now for Cormier. Cormier's in front. Rebound's alive. Another shot on net goes wide off the stick of Gillis. McDonald trying to get possession now. That's moved up. Wyand keeps it in. 20 seconds left to go. Moved up. Conlon, the captain, trying to get possession. Anderson's there, and he'll get it and try and play it in. Anderson behind the empty net, and he'll kill it with the last 6 seconds left in play. The whole team on him. Moved up. And the Bombers take the win. McDonald with a late shot at the empty net. The Wolverines don't like that. But what a win for the WearWell Bombers. An exciting game for both teams here. Bombers take the win. Handshakes given here. A great performance in between the pipes from both goalies. Final score of the game, 4-3. Bombers with the win. Thank you folks for choosing High Button Sports.